Time now for the voice of the land on the Big Play Network with your hosts, Kevin Arnold and Always Positive Jay.
Well, and there's talk of like just bringing back all this old stuff. Like there's even talk of some sort of like Office reboot. You cannot do The Office.
Yeah.
Like
imagine if they did Gilligan's Island now. We'd be like
that's going to be a whole
no.
different Office show if you try to reboot anything like that, because you can't have a guy like Michael Scott making the comments and gestures and stuff like that. That was funny when we were watching
That
it, but
show
now we
was
look
like-
at it like, you know.
the late
That's what she
the
said.
late 90s, early 2000s were so un-PC.
But see, that's the thing though. Is that I think people like the stuff like Archie Bunker and stuff like that is. It's not that it was by putting it out there you could have a discussion about it, and now people are everyone's offended about everything, and it's like
no one's willing to talk first. It's just canceled.
The problem is, if I offend you, I'm sorry that you're offended, but I don't care. Not that I don't care that
right.
I like.
There's
I'm not trying
there's
to
a
hurt
certain
your
thing
feelings,
if
right.
you offended somebody with, like you
But
would
so,
care,
yeah, like,
but you're not. Also, you care enough that you're not going to go to that length.
I'm not gonna go out of my way to offend someone, but I can't control what someone might find offensive, and that's just it. And because being offended is a personal thing,
It's a fad.
well, no, making a big deal out of being offended is a fad.
Yes.
I think it's unfortunately it's an aspect of social media. It's the look at me, oh my God, and people look for things to be offended about because they want people to look at their Instagram, to look at their Twitter, look at me. Everyone's eyes on
and they
me.
want everyone else to be offended right along with them,
Right,
be like,
and then
"Oh
and
my
then they
God,
get mad when you're not. It's like, you know what? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. I mean, that's how we grew up. It was like, I was listening to a comedian. She's like, yeah, Gen X, when we were kids, you get hurt, rub some dirt on it, walk it off. That was our health care. It's like, suck it up.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, and to a certain extent, like there's those things, but we've been able to, at least if you're willing to learn information, read information, take information in, like the difference between a situation where someone could just quote unquote rub some dirt on it, and other moments where like, look, this person needs to be checked out. They need and if they go back in a game and they go back to what they're doing, you're putting they're putting their own life, and people that allow them to go back are putting their lives at risk.
I'm not actually talking about a serious injury there.
No,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
there's extremes and unextremes of everything.
Yes, everybody try. Like, if you're on the side of, I'm not saying you, I'm saying just in general, like the people in this society, if you're on the side of rub some dirt on it, you're on that side for every injury. We're talking about like the injuries where or like just getting hurt a little bit, where rubbing the dirt on it is still acceptable and funny and things like that. I know.
Peter, what was your favorite show, man?